Who am I here with today?
I am Joe.
Awesome. Joe, you've been in Content Circle since November of last year.
Yeah, November last year.
What is that, 8 months, 9 months?
Yeah, I think what's the maths on that? 8 months probably.
Yeah, I'm not a math guy, but I remember when the day you first joined, where I was on a call with you and you're like, yeah, like I want to be a UGC creator. I want to learn and I'm ready to make money from content deals. So how's that gone so far? How many deals have you done? And yeah, just give me an overview.
I reckon we're probably sitting at about 75 plus now, all in ranging. Some of them gifted, some of them paid very well. But yeah, 75 deals, a
75
lot,
deals is crazy.
lot of my own back. You helped me with some of them. Yeah.
That's insane, man. 75 deals is actually crazy. I don't think there's been a creator in Content Circle that's done more than that.
Yeah,
Surely not.
it's pretty mad. It's pretty mad. But yeah.
What were you doing prior to joining Content Circle?
I didn't even know really of UGC.
And
Uh,
what is UGC, just for people watching?
User generated content, authentic videos, and that's why a brand wants you. And the main thing is with it, you don't need a following. I think that's something I discovered. I don't know. I've now got like 1K followers, but I was doing most of this with 150 followers on an Instagram account and doing all my outreach from there. And you don't need a following.
So how does it work? Like, what is the business model? How do you get paid from it?
You get paid. You reach out to a brand reach out to you, and you make them or an authentic video. Some will want testimonial style, some will want demos, some will want, I don't know, lifestyle, kind of less salesy ones. And yeah, you film them a video and you film the video, you send it over, and then they pay you. It's as simple.
Insane. It is as simple as that. It's kind of a crazy business model because you don't need anything other than your iPhone,
No,
essentially.
you don't need to be an influencer either. You just
Yeah. I
they want
mean,
they want you.
150 followers is crazy. You signed all these deals with basically no followers at
Yeah,
all.
yeah, yeah, because they don't want you to post it on your account. Well, most of them, and
Hmm.
the ones that do
Yeah,
kind
amazing.
of help. But yeah,
Yeah, I just want to talk to you a little bit about your process. When you joined Content Circle, you didn't know about UGC and all that stuff at the time. So what made you want to join? And then, what have you learned since joining?
yeah, I saw a video of yours talking about how there's money to be made in UGC, pretty easy money. And then we hopped on a call and I got in. And then I just, as soon as I joined, I was going to put my all into this because it's definitely a lucrative opportunity. And that's exactly what happened. Made my portfolio, started applying to brands. You gave me some deals, and yeah, get applying, and then they come basically, and you just get better. At the start, you're a newbie, aren't you? And you don't really know how to do it, but then you get better. And now I'm in a position where I know how to do it pretty well. And I make very little edits to videos I send now because most of the brands are happy and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I applied to two deals on Side Shift the other day, and they were interviewing process. And I said to my girlfriend, I said, I'm going to make them a demo video. They want a demo video, but I was like, I guarantee it'll be like my video will be good and they'll get me through. And then 2 days later, he was like, this video is sick. Where do you want to, can we send you a contract? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome, dude. Yeah. SideShift, for those of you who don't know, is a platform for people to get brand deals. So if you're
Yeah.
watching this, I work with the founders, kind of help our creators in Content Circle get deals there. And then, it's a pretty tight space. Once you get into UGC and you're in the right circles, we all kind of know each other. So it's fun. What do you think Content Circle helped you most with for your entire process?
I think pretty much everything, but all the beginning stuff, like building a portfolio and getting confirmation that that's good, and then just the support all the time, the weekly calls, yeah, all of it, connections, meeting people in similar spaces. Like now, I've got tons of mates and people all over the world who do similar stuff. So yeah,
And it's crazy because you still have like 1K followers. I mean, it's going to
yeah,
take off for you and you're going to get a lot more. Now that you understand how to make money with content and that marketable skill, now it's time to just apply that for your personal brand, and
100%.
you're going to start growing the personal brand crazy too.
Yeah, and personal brand takes time, but yeah, that's the crazy thing with UGC is it you can make money quick. You don't need, and yeah, you don't need a following. So
Yeah, and that's when I started personally, I had 12K followers on TikTok and like 1 or 2K on Instagram. And so, I was posting Whoop a lot on my stories just because like I wasn't even posting reels. I had so much fear to post reels.
yeah,
Um and then, they reached out to me like, "Hey, we saw your TikTok about you talking about Whoop. Like, do you want a partnership?" I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." And then, I was like, "Oh, I'm making $750 a video. Cool." That's
that's
another thing is, if there's something a brand you really like, then you can always just post them and show love to them. And if it's good content, someone's watching it. They have a social manager.
100%. And yeah, if you keep tagging them as well, they're going to keep watching. So
Yeah.
not tagging them once or twice. So yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, exactly. In terms of the future for you, now that you've learned this skill, you've made money with content, I feel like you have a real solid foundation. What are some other things that you're interested in or that you're going to try to do going forward?
I think content is one of the most lucrative opportunities right now. So yeah, I think if you can master content, you're going to be very successful. So I want to keep learning, keep getting better at content. You can't ever really stop, keep learning, and then yeah, eventually keep doing UGC on the side, and then eventually grow my personal brand and launch my own offer, and then make money off the back of that. And I'm now making content for my agency alongside that, and now I know how to make better content. So yeah,
Amazing.
all
Um,
works well.
right, right. And one thing I wanted to ask too that I forgot to ask earlier is what does an average like, income look like for you month to month with UGC?
It ranges. But yeah, you'll get some deals right at the start. It was little. I was because I'm plowing along, but I remember you hooking me up with some deals right at the start, some like 1K deals. But yeah, now it's sitting at about like 2 to 4 to 5K a month. So yeah.
Yeah. And and the crazy thing is, now in the space that I'm in now, where, like I work with big brand, like I charge businesses like 10K minimum,
Yeah.
right? It's just what you do. But there was a time where I was in that sales job in college and I was just, or right after college, and I was making 52K a year, which was
Mm.
basically 4K a month. So that was my goal. Is like, how can I make 4K a month with content so that I don't have to work a sales job?
Yeah.
And now it's like, you have 1K followers and you're able to do 4 to 5K months. I mean, it's incredible. And that's just starting. Like you're still very early in this journey. I've
Yeah.
been doing this for 3 years.
Under a year is still so early, and to be making money like that in 8 months, like you said, and all while being your own boss and being able to like wake up at whatever time. I wake up at 7 most days. That's just because I like it. But I can smash out all my content work in like 3, 4 hours and then have the rest of the day to do whatever I want. So
Yeah, and that's a lot of content you're doing too. Not with brands, your personal brand, your agency.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
it's a lot of different things going on. But I love that. I love to hear that. And one thing I also wanted to ask is what do you think was the most important thing that you got from me or from, people in Content Circle? We have like influencers, higher up wellness, and people will come in and give those speeches to us. But what was like the best thing that you got out of it?
I think people just teaching me patience, to be honest, and like a lot of people say,
Mental.
yeah, I think a lot of times I was frustrated at my progress and being like, why is it not happening faster? But I think, and I'm still like learning that, but I think a lot of people said that to me. I remember you saying that it's gonna come. You're making the good videos. It's gonna happen, and yeah, I think that's something I'm coming to terms with now. Is that like I'll grow to 20, 30, 50K followers and launch my own offer and make a lot of money, but it's gonna happen in time. It doesn't happen overnight. So yeah,
Yeah, one thing I'll say about patience is most people that you see online have been doing stuff for 5 plus years. That's just the reality. There's really no other way to work around that. There's things that you can do that are high leverage, or you can make content that's not authentically you so that you can get more views and followers and stuff. But those are essentially vanity metrics. And
yeah,
true personal brands, my mentor, this guy Nick Rogers, um, Nick has like on Twitter he has like 50K followers. He does really well. But on Instagram he's got like 1K. On YouTube he's got like 2K. Like he doesn't have a huge personal brand on the normal avenues, but he's collected millions of dollars. He does it
Yeah.
by almost being so truly himself, and at the same time, not only is he attracting people that are himself, he's actively trying to push away anyone that's not like him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and so I think that's a really powerful thing for content, and just knowing that for long term, like it does take time to do that and to establish that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
you've crushed.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna keep crushing and hopefully crushing more.
I remember watching your content early on and being like, yeah, let's work on it, let's do this, let's do that. And then it got to a certain point where I was like, these are pretty damn good videos. Like there aren't many better videos than these out there.
Hmm.
Um, in terms of like your sound design, the hooks, like kind of everything that you've been doing. So I think that's why, building you like it's easier for you to get deals because you really develop the skill of content. And that's why I'm at this place where I'm like, you understand all of this. Now it is truly like time. Just really cool.
Yeah, man. It's super cool. I'm super excited for the future as well. So
Me too.
see what
Speaking
happens.
speaking of, what's like number one thing that you would like to knock out in the rest of 2025?
Number one thing. Oh, I don't know if there's anything like there's a couple things, but one of them is probably just keep scaling my money up, scale my agency, scale UGC, scale my personal brand. I think I can probably launch an offer by the end of the year, but maybe early next year. But that's fine. Like there's still money coming in, and I can still grow other stuff. So yeah, no, I think
Awesome.
that my personal brand is probably the main focus. But yeah,
Love it. Okay. Thank you, Joe, so much for being on. I appreciate it. Congrats on all your success and consistently making money with content. It's impressive.
thanks, man. Thanks, man.
Awesome. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Speak to you in a bit.